what do you call them? Chicken coops that were out in the yard that they had to tear down. You remember you remember when they burned that one down, and I think half the town was down there. It was so exciting to fire truck and everything down there burning those big coops. And then there was one that was out there right north of where we built the house. It was a double one too, but they just tore it down, and that's where we had the garden. And I think we talked a little bit about the
Where
garden.
did they take all that wood and stuff? Did they just have big trucks?
I don't know, I think they burned most of it. I don't know what they did with the ones they didn't burn. But that one is where we had the garden, and Dad always had a big garden, and as soon as it got warm enough in the spring, he was out there planting peas.
Grandpa?
Yeah.
In the spring, it was
In the
still
spring.
winter.
Dad or Grandpa?
Dad,
Both.
Your
probably.
dad.
but it wasn't spring. It was like February.
February, he planted peas one time in February.
Grandpa Claude
it work?
always used to plant his as early as he could.
Grandpa.
He'd plant his potatoes and his peas.
Did y'all
Sometimes
remember how
even
big
in
his gardens
January.
were?
If there was an Indian
Well,
summer.
yeah. But
Well, it
she
always,
said one
Now
year
it's
he
frozen.
grew
He
them.
did it more than once.
He didn't care, he just planted them again.
we nearly always had a thaw in January. It would get warm, and then it'd turn cold again. I remember that year Dad planted them in January, that they didn't do anything until it warmed up later anyway.
And then it really did work?
Yeah, they
Really?
grew,
They
but
really grew?
they didn't do
Peas
anything
don't
until
freeze
till
at as low a temperature
warmed
as some
up
other
again.
vegetables.
Oh, you're just talking about peas.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
you
just
can't
peas.
plant tomatoes in January,
Well, that's
February,
why I was
March.
like, how did that work? Just Grandpa had the magic
Peas
touch.
and potatoes. You
Just
can plant
peas and
potatoes early
potatoes.
too. They'll freeze the tops, but then they'll come right back.
If you
after
can
the
dig in
frost.
the ground.
we didn't plant
You
potatoes
can get
very
into the
much.
ground, yeah.
That's what the post hole thing's for.
Yeah.
If you have a cold winter, you can't do it. It has to be a mild winter.
Huh.
And you don't really plant in January. It's February or March.
Do you have a garden like Grandpa? Why not?
I got grass.
Oh.
I got some grow
He's got
boxes.
grass and deer.
Got grow boxes. The deer eat all the meat, all the vegetables when we
Do you
plant
know
them.
where the bathroom is?
Yes,
Except this year we put a strip
right down
scarecrow
here,
out and they
the
didn't
last
eat any
one
of our
before you
beans
go
this year.
out
Really?
outside.
You got a
So
lot.
it worked?
You got a lot of
Turn
green-
that way and go
you got
two
a lot of green
doors.
beans this year.
Huh. Did you plant them in February?
No.
Not in
How's his garden in June?
my house.
I do.
It's my house. I have no idea.
He's a
If
farmer's
you find it,
son,
you let me
but
know.
he's not a farmer.
Well, Dad always had a big garden, and he
I'm sure there's 5 or
would
6
always
guys.
get
You'll
the
be
gardening for us, but he would make the straightest rows you could ever imagine. And I asked him one time, I said, he was very particular, they had to be straight. I asked him one time how he made those rows so straight. I said, when I make one that goes like this. And he said, I start up here, and he says, I put my eye on something straight down there, and I keep my eye on it until I get to the bottom.
I've seen him put string along there and follow the string.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember him rubbing string.
I haven't either.
Huh?
So that's when he got older.
I don't remember him doing that,
I
but
remember him using string.
I don't remember him using
Most of the
string.
time, he just walked them out.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good idea for all of us. We all need to set goals and put your eye on it and stay on it until you get there, and don't go this way and that way off your goal. I thought that was a good.
He didn't believe the package either. The package says plant your pea seeds 1 inch apart. No.
He planted them on top of each other.
He just
You know,
they just dumped them in there, dumped them in the row, and they
No,
were
sir, we
touching each
had
other.
to make sure that they were in a straight line. No, not on top of each other.
Okay, well,
Oh, they
maybe
were
No, we
I
didn't.
felt like
Yes,
you
we
needed
did.
to follow the directions.
put 'em in there
because
so
when I
thick.
went out there
I know
once,
they were thick, but they weren't on top of each other.
Yes,
I
they
asked
were.
Grandpa, how do you do
Lots of
this?
times
Because
they
I
did.
didn't know how to do it the way he was doing it. He said, I just put him in there.
That's what he
Sounds
did.
like him, doesn't it?
Don't be stupid. Just put them in the ground.
Except for
You don't go out there and
Grandpa
take one little seed and put it here and another one here. You take a handful of seeds and you go,
Yep,
Bury
that's
it
how
out.
you do it.
I just put it in there.
and you go buy them in bulk. You don't get those little packages that only have 30 seeds in a package for 50 cents. You go down to the IFA and get a quarter pound of them and put the whole quarter pound.
And we did 8 rows.
Big
And you
long
remember
ones
how
that
long
were
his
double
garden
R.
was? His
Probably
garden
got-
was as long
probably
as
get
my
5 pounds
property.
of-
Did it
5
go
pounds
here
of
or
pea
did it go
seeds.
this way? I remember them going this way.
They went east and west.
Anyway,
Well, that doesn't help me.
That's the way
I
they-
know what.
They went
what-
towards
The house was
Steve's.
like this. it
They
would
went
go
towards
parallel.
Steve's.
Okay,
The
that's
house
what I-
faced
They
south.
went parallel with the house, right?
Yeah.
That's because it was downhill and you could put water at one end that would go downhill down.
Really? Oh! That's our garden is downhill. That's what I told you my kids to do.
Yeah, put the rows downhill and then
But
put
Greg
the water
always
in
did
at the top
everything
and
from
do
seed,
trenches
right?
and
He
run the
didn't
water
run it
down the
out.
trenches. He didn't like to sprinkle.
not gardens.
He didn't like to sprinkle. He liked to flood.
Trench.
Irrigate.
Put a trench and run the water down the trench.
Irrigate is the word you're
Irrigate.
looking for.
He liked to do that with the garden too, or with the grass too. Take that big old black hose, and he didn't like the sprinkler. We drug that big old hose around and put it on and let it soak.
I don't know that he didn't like the sprinkler. The
Like
sweeping
sprinklers,
system
but
didn't
they
work.
got clogged up when they put the what do you
City
call
water,
it?
the irrigation water.
They got, the pipes all got
If you were
filled
my
up
little
with
brother,
grass.
I would torture you.
or dirt.
You don't have to water as often
Kelly
if
scared
you,
him so bad last
if you
night.
flood instead of sprinkle.
He jumped and screamed.
Is Callie here?
She was. She went back to school.
What did she do last night?
She come and went.
Hey, we're not talking about Kelly. We're talking
Hey,
about a
go back
garden.
to Mom.
The story about the farmer that told his son that. He said, get on the tractor and drive it straight down, put your eye on something at the bottom and drive straight to that and you'll make straight rows. And when he got through, his dad looked at him and he says, how come that row's so crooked? And he said, well, I did just what you told me to. He said, there was a bird down there and I put my eye on that bird and I followed him wherever he went.
Why not?
You two, shh. Sorry.
You all remember the fall trips out to fill the truck with, out to the Condi Farms where we
Potatoes.
picked up we picked the corn off
First
the,
time I ever drove was in the potato field.
Is that where Grandpa ran out of oxygen and called me and asked me to bring oxygen and I couldn't find it and was crying and thought I killed Grandpa?
didn't remember.
Is that Mom?
Yep, that's the one.
Hate that farm.
Well, President Condi planted, they had field corn and they plant sweet corn all around the outside because when they drove the big tractors to cut the field corn, they'd have to knock down the outside, and so he'd plant sweet corn all around the outside. And then anybody in the state that wanted corn would go out, and we'd take the truck pickup out and fill a whole back full of corn, and then we'd drive it behind the back of the house and sit and peel corn all day long. And then we'd take.
I never went and did corn, but I went and did potatoes.
Didn't you ever do corn?
Oh, we did.
Oh.
I remember doing it.
Why
Girls
did you go to
remember.
a farm to get corn
We'd
when
go
you
it,
had planted it?
take it in and clean it and blanch it.
Not enough. We would fill the back of the pickup truck.
We're full of corn.
Kirk full, and then just
And freeze it all?
we'd
Well, they're, yeah, but he
we'd
bottled
take it in the house and
We didn't bottle
you
it.
have to.
He did bottle. He used to bottle when they were younger.
No, we never
But not
bought
corn. We always
Corn.
froze
We always
corn.
froze corn.
Is that why
Bottled
we had
corn.
years?
Canned corn is yucky.
We always
Is that why
froze the
we had
corn.
years full of Grandpa's corn in our freezer?
But we'd blanch it, and then Dad, well, and some of the kids too, would sit there and cut corn.
He would wrap his
Remember,
thumb with that
he
thing
was
and use
the-
that blue.
He was a
He
corn.
could just go
He
just
was
as
an
fast, and then he would
expert corn
scrape
cutter.
all the gunk out. We're like, no, don't do that.
A little further.
So we'd get
We've
all
we've made bottled corn before.
Grandpa would
Yeah.
use his
Maybe
pocket
many
knife
years ago.
after just
My-
killing
my
a dead
mother-
bird.
My mother
Wipe it
used
off
to
your
bottle
face.
corn, but I can't remember.
We
It's
bottled
okay.
corn before. Dad, you
Feel it turn up.
Yeah, your
Dad tried to bottle
Oh,
everything.
you just got his bird
We
with
used
that
to,
thing.
Mom,
It's fine.
we used to bottle all the vegetables
gonna
because we
hurt
didn't have
you.
freezers.
Bird sterile.
That was back when you were little.
Well, maybe that was.
The freezer was
See,
up.
that doesn't count. It doesn't count till Lean's
The
around.
freezer was up at the locker plant. We had to go up there and
Oh,
use the
that's
freezer
right,
up there.
that's
And we
right.
used it, it was so,
I
it
remember
was only
going
a
to
certain
the
amount of
locker.
space, so we used, so reserved it for meat. And
Yeah, we had
Bottled all the vegetables.
meat up there, that's
I
right.
remember the
Yeah, you're
lockers.
right.
I remember the lockers.
I have a memory this
But
long.
that was
No,
a
it's-
long
it's
time
long.
ago when I was a little girl.
Well,
No, I
and
think when you were a little girl, we had a big freezer.
No, we had. I remember going up to the lockers.
She was probably pretty little.
yeah, we had those lockers for quite a while.
Remember the lockers?
She's been fine with them. But if you want to give me a toy, that's fine.
Yeah, one time there was a
Well, I don't want her to break your bones.
One time there was a truck wreck south of town and it was full of tuna fish. We went down and picked a whole load of tuna
Whole
fish.
pickup load of tuna fish.
And we had a whole,
That lasted us for years and years and years and years. I think I just used the last can the other day. Just kidding.
we put that in
We
the,
used
down
it
in
for
the
dog
lockers.
food and everything. We went and got some too.
We put it down in the lockers.
It's funny, in our day, we would never have been able to go get that tuna fish. They would have thrown it all out.
Well, and then like Gary mentioned the potatoes too, they had a potato farm, President Condi, and after they dug the potatoes, they grew, President Condi bragged about his big potatoes. He had a big one.
I wanted.
Yeah, he said in state conference once, somebody asked if they could come and get 10 pounds of potatoes, and he says, "You just want one potato?"
Yeah.
They're great big potatoes like that.
When they'd run the big
Machine.
machine to dig it, it'd throw the big ones out. So
No, the big ones would,
anybody that wanted to could just go out and pick up the potatoes.
anything that fell off the machine.
Yeah, we'd have potatoes all winter long.
I'm so amused by it.
He also had 2 or 3 big silos full of wheat grain. He said he wanted to be prepared in case his state people needed anything, so he did everything he could to be prepared.
Here, she likes to play with them. Good job, Chad.
Well, our kids grew up. Sure as kids do.
So let's hear what you guys learned from Grandpa about planting your garden.
Grandma's not
Everything.
done.
Let her finish first.
I thought she said
Everything
Sorry.
that we know about planting gardens.
Grandma, I thought you were saying my kids are grown, so that's it.
No, I was just gonna say they grew up faster than they should, like all kids do, I think. They were busy with their school activities.
You're still a kid.
Terry worked in the shop for a while, and then he went to Provo and went to technical college. And Gary, you can tell us your part in this. You went up and stayed with Terry for a while, didn't you, while he worked in technical college? And that's when you met Diane.
I went to visit,
That's what I mean. You went up and stayed with him a few days or
yeah,
something.
for 4 or 5 days, and Diane was his BYU
Sister.
family home evening sister. That's how we met.
So what happened? Tell your story.
They got married, I think.
Are you sure?
Not
I
right
went-
away.
That's my guess.
I had a motorcycle, and I went up on my motorcycle to stay with Terry for a couple of days. And
Were
we
you graduated yet?
No, I was out of I just graduated from high school, didn't
Wait, you said BYU, Idaho?
I? No,
BYU, I don't know happened.
it was BYU housing, but Terry was going to the Utah Technical College, but he was living in BYU housing, off-campus housing.
Terry's got how many years of schooling
King.
under his belt?
King Henry
I don't know.
Apartments,
10
up on the east
years.
side of Provo, southeast of the college.
Is where Terry was or where you were?
Which, she was both in the same
We were in the
complex.
same BYU family.
Oh, okay.
So they were in the same apartment building. And it was a 2-story building, and I was sitting out in front of Terry's apartment. We were visiting on the patio, just sitting there, and a motorcycle went by, and it was Lon Dearden. Anybody know Lon Dearden?
Yeah.
Terry's friend. And Diane was riding on the back with Lon, and I said, "Who's that?"
Gasp.
A
A motorcycle?
Really desperate for a
Oh, I loved motorcycles.
She got a ride home from campus with Lon. And instead of having to take the bus or walk.
Oh, there was no bus.
No
we
bus.
just walked.
Just walk. Anyway, I said, "Who's that?" And they said, "Oh, she's one of our BYU sisters." It was Mike Farr, right?
Padre?
Fadre. And I were standing on the balcony talking. Terry was inside. And that's one of Terry's roommates, because they had six students